another exciting episode of Know Your Video Games. In this episode, we'll be examining Alien Syndrome for the arcade, Sega Master System, and the NES. Alien Syndrome was originally developed as an arcade game back in 1987 and was created on Sega's System 16 hardware. Alien Syndrome is best described as a 1 or 2 player maze shooter. Infested with aliens, the game has you search for hostages within a set time limit. Along the way, you'll pick up different power-ups, such as a flamethrower or lasers. You can also find Gradius-like options that follow you around and fire extra shots. It's a mystery as to which development team made Alien Syndrome. Taharu Nakabayashi is credited with scoring the soundtrack for Alien Syndrome. He was part of Team Shinobi at the time. Could Alien Syndrome be a Team Shinobi game? Only Sega knows. The soundtrack is where I feel the game is lacking. Generally, there are 3 themes: a level theme, an exit theme, and a boss theme. These 3 themes are used for all 6 stages. The game is hard. It doesn't matter how far you progress. When you lose all your players, the game starts you at the beginning of level 1. Basically, in order for you to finish the game, you have to learn how to complete all the levels with a single credit. While the arcade version of this game is fun and challenging, how do the console ports stack up? Let's take a look at the Master System port. So, this version of the game came out in 1988. I don't recall how I came to own Alien Syndrome for Master System, but I might be blocking those memories. If the arcade version of this game was hard, the Master System port is even harder. The levels on Master System aren't modeled after the arcade. They're original. Instead of having an 8-way scrolling stage, this port shifts from screen to screen like that scene in The Legend of Zelda. I'm not a fan of Alien Syndrome on the Master System. No matter how much I practiced, I couldn't get past stage 2. My good friend claimed the game was intentionally programmed to be unbeatable. If you're going to play Alien Syndrome, avoid the Master System port. It's more work than play. Let's look at the NES port. The NES version of this game was ported by Senritsu Denki. Senritsu Denki was a game publisher who was contracted by Sega to make games for Sega. The relationship was similar to that of Rare and Nintendo during the N64 era. As a result, the NES got an incredible port of Alien Syndrome. It was published by Sunsoft in Japan and Tengen in America. If you've practiced on the arcade version, you'll feel right at home. There are a few changes. The options that assist you are gone, and the hostages are no longer in cocoons. Otherwise, it's the arcade version, but in 16 colors. In my first sitting, I was able to get to stage 3 on NES, so it's not as hard as the other versions. If you don't have access to the arcade version of Alien Syndrome, the NES is a good alternative. Avoid the Master System port, unless you enjoy punishment. Have you played Alien Syndrome? What do you think? That's it for now. We'll see you next time.